There's a new seasonal event in Skull and Bones that we're going to check out. And while we're doing the seasonal event, I will probably give my opinions about the state of Skull and Bones and what I think the future will be, which unfortunately I think is going to be rather bleak for anybody hoping that this game is going to continue to get future seasons. I have my doubts. So anyways, the current seasonal event, the Azure Solstice, is happening from now through December 31st. The Azure Solstice, the Indian Ocean has come under an ominous chill of death, spread by the mysterious Azure fleet. Whatever icy curse has touched these ships, they now bring devastating cold wherever they sail. Defeat the Azure convoys and elite warships to earn Azurite gems and winter gifts. Azurite gems, yeah, another currency, because we don't have enough currencies in this game, can be exchanged for exclusive cosmetics. And I'll show you the store real quick of all these cosmetics you can earn with the gems. The Azurite lodestone in the Pirate Den of St. Anne give the winter gifts to recipients in St. Anne and Telloc, who may appreciate them and be rewarded for the gesture. Stand a chance against Nashkar, a weapon that bears the Azure Fleet's secrets, sapping the life from one's enemies. So the event officially has started today. And by the way, this is being done British style, not American style, with a day in the front and the month in the middle. FYI for all my American viewers. British viewers probably get tired of it being the other way around. So it's like today, December 3rd, 2024, through New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2024. So that's the basic information regarding the Azure Solstice. So let's go to the store real quick. The only thing we're going to show is these items. Now, these two things, the Winter's Grasp and the Crab, Frosty Fred, you have to still pay gold for these. But everything else, you can earn those Azure gems, or we'll just call them gems, in order to get them. So you can pay 1,800 gold for the cosmetics for the ship, or you can just earn 2,000 gems. So the bundle includes, for Wintertide, this color variation for your cells, along with this emblem, Crystal Death, and Icy Tears. And I think my favorite part about, I guess, this particular bundle is this Stone Ice Maiden. Yeah, that. Stony Ice Maiden. And it's upgradable. This is a new thing to the season where they have some figureheads that you can actually, quote-unquote, upgrade and get different cosmetics for. Maybe we'll check that in the shipwright in a minute. And then the ship colors, Icy Vengeance, hull color, so that's that. And, you know, the whole, I mean, the wheel looks okay. You know, the wheel's fine. It looks all right, the boundless wheel. So all this combined, 2,000 gems or 1,800 gold. Next is your outfit. So for the female character, obviously there's an undergarment, like I guess you could say a corset, right? But the male variation doesn't have that. Even though this is an icy winter theme seasonal event, I mean, you'd think that there'd be like a nice shirt underneath, right? And you're not bare-chested because it'd be kind of cold. I'm just saying, Ubisoft. And then it's a pretty cool-looking tricorn hat with feathers. Looks okay. And then what do we got? Oh, we got this Life Eater necklace. Then some rings, the Azure rings, along with this belt sash, blue sash, belt buckle. And we got also this pair of pants. So we got a pair of pants that look okay. And then some boots, the fur cuff boots. So all that's 1,000 gems, 900 gold. And finally for your crew, 500 gems are 450 gold for the Frostworn crew outfits. So that's everything that you can earn at the store when it comes to the Azure Solstice event. So now I guess we'll go to St. Anne, because I think there's a few other items we can get. And yeah, I turned the game audio back on because it sounds really good, right? I love the Indian sound because it fits the season and the main villain of the season, the Shadow, which I did do a video about. Actually, I did 2 videos, so feel free to check those out, where I played through most of the story missions, and we also did the backstory. Call of Azure. Okay, we'll talk to William Blackwood in a minute. I want to check out the St. Anne Black Market. I think that's where we're supposed to go. So we'll go over there. Let me look at the map first. Alright, so it's similar. Okay, so it's very similar to the Halloween event. Okay, so we'll go around this way. Make sure I'm going the right way. Alright, so we'll go this way. And I think the place is decorated. Okay, so here's the Ludstone. So let's interact with the Ludstone. What are we going to have at the Ludstone to purchase? Some of the main items that we had in the Halloween event. So you can spend your gems here. And there's also this new thing, the Artisan's Refinement Pack. So you got that. And are these new cannons? The Nashcar. Okay, so this is the long gun. It's a long gun. See, unknowable ruins are carved onto the barrel surface. Best left unspoken. So the damage is not very good compared to what I already have on my ship. So it's a 130 overall, but damage is much lower. I forgot which ship I have out. I'll look in a minute. Range is not very good. Not exactly promising. Ghastly Mending. 5% of damage dealt from this weapon restores whole health. Weak point hit repair amount is multiplied by 700,000. Burning, so it's a burning weapon. I thought it'd be like a frost weapon, you know, because of the season, right? 20% more damage, burning damage. Piercing, 10% of damage, piercing damage. Increased damage to weak points by 50%. Yeah, I'm not really impressed by this long gun, to be honest. Alright, is there any unique furniture? I don't know. But yeah, you can see the price. Like, it's going to be 600 gemstones for this cannon. And I guess maybe it's a better cannon than I think it is. It doesn't seem to be. That's just my opinion. I mean, to be fair, I've yet to try it out myself because I don't have this particular long gun. Okay, so that's where that is. Let's see if there's anything else to purchase. Is there anything at the black market? Then we'll go to Blackwood. So we'll go talk to Yanita first. And if you had a chance to play the Azure seasonal event, let me know your thoughts about it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What's your honest opinion? How would you compare it with the Halloween event?
A pleasure as always.
Alright. Let's see. Is there anything here? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything unique that she's offering. Wow. Okay, so there's that. So we got limited time stuff that you can purchase with pieces of 8. Then the same cosmetics that we've had since the launch of Season 4 for the Sovereigns. Okay, so no, she doesn't have anything. Alright, so I guess Blackwood is next on our list. So we'll go talk to Blackwood now. Actually, let's stop by the shipwright, because I'll show you all the, I guess, the different variations of that figurehead, because you can now, quote-unquote, upgrade figureheads, well, certain figureheads. More materials and silver are pieces of 8. Alright, so we got upgradable ship cosmetics. We only have 3 things in here right now. We got the Winged Watcher, which I showed off a few weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago. The Dragon of Fortune. This is, I guess, for one of the cosmetics. So, well, show me upgrade preview. Let me see this real quick. So, Dragon of Fortune, Dragon of Strength, Dragon of Triumph. So this is a completely different cosmetic. This is the seasonal cosmetic right here. Once again, the Stony Ice Maiden. We'll look at her different variations. This is the one you initially get. But then you can also get Watchful Ice Maiden. And then you can get Vengeful Ice Maiden. So each one adds a little bit more snow to it. And this one has kind of like a snow effect. I still think this is probably my favorite of the 3. But, I mean, I guess teach their own, right? Okay, so anyways, that's that. Let's go talk to Blackwood. And see how this whole thing's going to happen. Go down. Occur. Alright. Let's see. Pardon me, sir.
You haven't heard it from me.
All right.
I cannot wait to report
All right.
of your
So,
success.
what does he have? Does he have some unique stuff or no? All right. So he just has the season 4 stuff. The Piper. Okay, I don't think I have that. Okay, so this is major furniture. Getting hit by a crew attack increases damage of your next crew attack. Okay, interesting. I already have that and that. I have all this stuff. Okay, so he has nothing new except for this furniture I just showed you, which once again is 500 for this. All right.
The kingpins have sent
So Call of Azure. This is what we got to go do. Strange ships covered in natural frost have been spotted in the water like floating eel omens. And the reward is just 5,000 silver. That's all we're going to get for this. Alright. So let's go check it out.
You seem capable enough.
And we have some random generic dialogue. Nothing specific to the seasonal event. Because they probably didn't hire the voice actor for that work. Alright. Ah, now that warms me up. Some nice equip a fire weapon. Well, I'm not going to equip a fire weapon. I'll just use a fire ship. Okay, so I'm going to switch. I guess I'll switch to the burnt traveler. Because this is my electric ship. And by the way, I did get the electric mortar. It works great with this ship. Alright, so we're going to switch to the burnt traveler because this is my fire ship. Alright, back up. I'm still getting used to this. Okay. Set as active ship. Okay. So I got that good to go. Let me make sure I've got enough ammo. Okay, enough ammo. Cargoes. Everything I want to dump. I got a few things I need to get rid of. Transfer to the warehouse. I'll transfer that to warehouse. This stuff I need to sell. Let me go and sell that real quick. I know, we're wasting time. I apologize. But overall, what do y'all think about Season 4 and the current state of Skull and Bones? Have you enjoyed Season 4? Or have you not enjoyed Season 4? Have you stopped playing it? Or just not playing it as much? Or are you doing what I'm doing? Basically, I just show up and do things just to get, I guess, pieces of 8 for my factories and trying to get some smuggler's marks here and there for the cosmetics in the smuggler's pass. I'm not exactly pushing through that. Oh, by the way, I wanted to look at that. Look at that real quick. Okay, so here's where I am right now. 97 days, so I got plenty of time to get through this. So one of the challenges, so these are this week's, so complete a contract, so I'll get a reward for that. Well, I'll get smuggler's mark for that. Alright, so I upgraded a ship, and I never got credit for that, which I think is bullshit, but whatever. Anyways, let's go do this. Okay, so where are we heading off to? Alright, so I haven't marked. I guess I just sail around until I find them, and then I just destroy them. Alright, that's fine by me. Off we go. Setting sails once again in the Indian Ocean. It's Skull and Bones. By the way, I think Skull and Bones is it still discounted? Like down to what, $24 for the base version of the game? That's one hot take I still have, and I believe it more than ever. I think that they can discount it at that far down. They can discount it further. I just think that anybody that's willing to pay for the game has paid for the game. I think the only next logical step that Ubisoft can take is to either make a deal with Sony for free to play for a month, right? Well, free to purchase, right? You can purchase if you have PlayStation Plus. This is a hypothetical scenario. Opinions I have. What they should do is get it on PS Plus for free for a month in order to get more players in. Well, that would be specifically for PlayStation. Or just make it free for a month for people to acquire. And then, I guess, bring it back to, I guess you could say a $20 price tag or whatever price tag they're trying to put on people. Because, to be honest, I just think that they've already gotten the money out of those of us that are willing to pay for the game. Whether it was some people paid $70. I think I paid, what, $30 when it went on sale several months ago during Season 2. But obviously there are people that weren't willing to pay that kind of money. They're like, no, $30 is still too much for me. And hopefully eventually we'll find these Azure ships. Unlike the Halloween events, like, I don't see any like logos or anything for the Azure ships. So I guess we sell around until we find them. That's awesome. Well, hopefully they'll show up, because it doesn't say anything about are they going to show up at night. Is it basically a copy pasta of how they did the Halloween ship with the roamers, the Halloween, as I called it, just the Halloween season. I guess you could say this is the winter snow season, holiday season, whatever. But I think they need to just rely on the sales in the store for cosmetics and Smuggler's Pass. Because I just feel like most people that wanted to buy the game have already bought the damn game. So if you want more players, Ubisoft, that's what I would suggest you do. Whether or not they do it, I think they will. I don't know if they're just going to make it completely free to play eventually. Maybe after Season 4 is over. But why wait? I mean, I guess they just don't want to tick off Skull and Bones fans. Here's my opinion as a Skull and Bones player. I would like for the game to survive. In order for the game to survive, more people need to play, and people need to buy cosmetics and the Smuggler's Pass, right? If people stop buying cosmetics in the store and no longer purchase the Smuggler's Pass, then the game will most assuredly die and cease getting support. Now, I feel like, while we're sailing around patiently waiting for some of these winter ships to show up, the Azure fleet, I feel like that, unfortunately, Season 4 might very well be the last season of this game. And they might do some, like, occasional quality of life improvements here and there. I know they have something planned a few months from now. If you go by the calendar, we can just, while we're sailing around the seasonal calendar, I'll be quick. But you go all the way back here, we have this Curious Tidings. It's a 3-week-long event. Involves some sort of monster, I guess. So that's going to happen beginning in February through March 4th. And after this, who knows what's going to happen in the game. I have my doubts. I think, unfortunately, a lot of Skull and Bones fans probably feel the same way. As much as we'd like the game to continue. So, I am not seeing anything regarding this fleet. So this kind of sucks. I really don't know what to do about this. Because I was expecting to see those ships sailing around. But they're not exactly telling me where to go. Even though I have it in the journal. I have it right there. And, well, it's hard to defeat them if I can't find them. Still sailing around and haven't found the Azure fleet. Still no icons as to whether or not they appear, or what time they appear. I mean, there was no information about that, unlike the Halloween event. But there is achievements, seasonal achievements. In case you're curious, Azure Tidings use 50 Azure caches in order to get that seasonal achievement. So there we go. That's one other thing you can acquire this season. Alright, so we're going to fast travel to another part of the game. And, oh yeah, there was one thing I'm kind of disappointed I missed out on, because I do like going outside the map in games like Red Dead Online. Like, there was an ability to actually go up into this part of the map like a week ago. And I saw some video of it, and I always meant to go and do it myself. But by the time I got around to wanting to do it, it got patched. Missed opportunity, because I don't know why. I just like going behind the curtain. But yeah, so that was interesting. So there actually is something out there. It's just very low res. And I don't know if we're ever going to see the final product at this point. But I hope I'm wrong about that. Okay, So we explored down here. Didn't see shit. So I guess we'll go up here to the north area. Maybe in the north area because it's north and might be colder. Maybe it's up here. Of course, we got this, Anguish from the Abyss. And I don't even think anyone's doing anything right now in the game. Yeah. Very disappointing. I've noticed that a lot more lately. It just feels like less people are playing. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll come across several players attacking an elite ship or a convoy or a sea monster. But it seems to be getting less and less. And that's also a very, very bad sign. Okay. So we'll sail around here. And I guess go up in the northern part of the Indian Ocean. Well, I mean, there's another player. Okay. So they had the same idea I had. They got their fire ship out. I wonder if they've seen anything. I should say, hey, have you seen this stupid Azure fleet? You know what? That's a good idea. I like that idea. Let's do that. Anyone? I'm gonna type this up. Anyone seen Azure ships? I hope I spelled this right. If I don't, I don't. Who cares? Ships. See, I'm going to ask anyone else playing the game. Oh, I don't want to go near him. Fuck. Type quick. Nope, that's ship. What the fuck? You can't even spell. Alright, here we go. There. No, I forgot the question mark. No, run away. I don't want to fight him. I don't like fighting him, to be honest. Alright, let me go ahead and add a question mark at the end. I was panicking. Admittedly, I was panicking. Okay. There. Alright, we'll see if anyone replies. Yeah, I'm just not interested in fighting him. Especially solo. Like, I know it's only the level 13 version. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. See, somebody's already said nothing yet. So, I've got at least one reply from somebody. By the way, thank you for the reply. If you happen to stumble across this video and you're like, wow, that was me. Well, yeah, it was you. And thank you for letting me know. Alright, so yeah. So far, two people have said no. Good job, Ubisoft. Well done. You launch a seasonal event. You have the seasonal event cosmetics in the store. And you have that thing at St. Anne. Similar to the casket. 3 people. Fellow Texan right there. Shout out to you. It will show up where the pumpkin head was. Okay, so it is copy pasta. Okay, well, thank you, Randy. So I guess it's a timed event. Similar to the Halloween event, like I was speculating. But, like, when we read over that information a moment ago, I didn't see anything about it saying that they show up at night, like the roamers. I guess Ubisoft forgot to mention that part. So it is one of these silly things where you have to wait for nighttime. But it was already nighttime in the game when I started playing. I guess I missed it. That's quite unfortunate. So now that we're in Tellock, is there a location in Tellock, or is it just St. Anne? I pushed the wrong button. Okay, so look. Okay, so yeah, you can only go to St. Anne, just like with the Halloween event, to deal with that one spot when it comes to other ways to spend those gems once you've bought everything in the store. Alright, so I told him thanks. Okay, so I'm going to reread this real quick. Because I just want to make sure I'm not missing something here. Okay. Chill death, rewards. Okay, it says nothing about it being at night. Let me browse through this. Say, so Pirate Den, winter gifts to recipients in St. Anne, Tellock, who may appreciate them. Okay, so I guess you can give gifts to people, be rewarded for the gesture. Alright, it says nothing in this information regarding this being a timed event where it happens only at night, like with, for example, the Halloween event back in October. So I was under the assumption that these ships would just be roaming around. You could fight the ships and get gems for fighting them. But it's basically going to be, I guess you could say, the same system they built for the Halloween event. Okay, so the Azure fleet's up. I was editing the first part of the video. Multitasking. Alright, so anyways, let's continue, shall we? Like, I was sitting here not doing anything, alright, to be fair. So I had to do something. Okay, so here's the Azure fleet. It starts in 4 minutes, so that's cool. So this is where we'll be heading. So it doesn't exactly give you a time. I don't know if I was even notified. But I was looking at my main monitor while I was on my other monitor editing. And I never saw anything pop up, but I do appreciate everyone else in the game letting me know. Well, not just me, but everyone else playing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to head down here and fight the Azure Royale, which starts in 4 minutes. Azure Fleet is about to deploy their finest to the front line. Rewards are gems, the strongbox, cogwheels, springs. We'll fast travel down here. Wait patiently for this fleet to arrive in, I guess, about 2 minutes from now. So it'll get here. We'll have a good fight. We'll probably have a few other players participating in the seasonal event because it is the first day of the seasonal event, which is good. More players, the better. So clearly, I wasn't the only one floating around in the game waiting for the seasonal event to commence. But yeah, overall, I can't really give you an opinion as of right now regarding the seasonal event. I do think that Ubisoft could do a better job notifying you when it's going to happen. Because right now, unlike the Halloween event, they made it abundantly clear that it would be at night. And that you would have the jack-o'-lanterns popping up. But this time, you have to go to one location. So we're going to one location. We're fighting a fleet. And hopefully I won't get obliterated too badly. So let's look at the timer real quick. So we got less than a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and eat some delicious tooling steak. Get my defenses up. And yeah, this is a fire ship. So I got fire weapons on this boat. I forget, did I change my mortar weapon? I don't know. Is it still a healing weapon? I did not bother going to look. But ironically, I still have the Halloween cannons. The Halloween cannons are actually really good. So I got these, and I got this baby. Burn, baby, burn. I think this is still the best burning gun in the game. The best, what, Greek fire? Like even better than the new one. Okay, there was 2 of them last time. Okay. Well, there's definitely a few players here. See, there's people that play this game, okay? I always see the comments like, oh, no one's playing this game. Yeah, there are people playing this game, but admittedly, there's not that many of us. All right, but whenever we get together, we have a nice fleet of pirates. It's pretty awesome. That's the fun part to me, is whenever there's actually a whole bunch of people. Oh, hi. How's it going? Nice to see you. All right, so it'll be back to back. Okay. So I guess we're going to attack it now. So let's go for it. It has 2 bars, just like the Halloween ships. So the fire damage it's a lot different because it was the health weapons that would reduce the yellow bar. So we got to go fight this thing twice. So that's kind of cool. But I guess this is the flagship. This will make it a lot easier that we have a fleet of other ships. And once again, this is one thing I like about it. But it also could be annoying because, like, you're trying not to crash into anybody. Oh, we have the legendary Bob Barker here, too. I could have swore Bob Barker passed away, but, like, do gods die? No, they didn't. Sorry, Drew Carey. Bob Barker will always be my Price is Right host. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks about Happy Gilmore 2. Like, they're working on Happy Gilmore 2, but since Bob Barker's not around anymore, we're not going to get another Bob Barker cameo. I wonder if they'll just do like a Drew Carey cameo, where you'll have Drew Carey fighting Happy Gilmore. It just won't be the same. Why even bother? Maybe they'll have a scene where like Happy Gilmore goes to Bob Barker's grave and pays respects or something. But yeah, that was a good movie. Like that, Billy Madison. Those are my 2 favorite Adam Sandler movies. But I hope that Happy Gilmore 2 is good. Because unfortunately, the last few Adam Sandler movies have not been the best. I do like Adam Sandler, but like, yeah, I mean, he hasn't had like a really major hit in a long time. I think there was a movie where like he was a gem dealer or something. And I heard that was really good, but it's not a comedy. But I heard it was a good movie. I haven't watched it. I finally watched Django years later. Yeah, so I finally watched that last night with Riley. We had to rent it on Prime. But I do like Quentin Tarantino, and I meant to go watch it years ago. But you know, life can be. Life happens, reality occurs, and before you know it, you miss the opportunity to go watch it. So, and Riley's been wanting to rewatch it for a quick minute. She kept telling me it was good. And some of you know I do like me some westerns, which is why I have some Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 and Red Dead Online content on the channel. Yeah, rip Red Dead Online. Even though the snow is back in Red Dead Online now, as of today. So that's cool. And the holiday call to arms, which I most likely won't cover. It's just that Rockstar stopped supporting that game. And that's probably the same fate that's going to occur with this game as well. Sadly. Get some of my Halloween cannons over there. Now this ship does take a lot of damage. Alright, so it is time. We have plenty of time to take this ship out. It does. Okay, it teleports. Okay, it's a teleporting ship right there. So, it's still over there. Like, it said reinforcements were coming, but I didn't see any reinforcements. So maybe I'm just not paying attention. But it's nice when you have other ships, because it makes the game definitely feel more alive. Like a fleet of pirates just working together against a common enemy. The problem is when you're trying to shoot your common enemy and other ships get in your way. That can be a little annoying. Especially when you're crashing into each other, because there's so many ships here right now, but that's also really cool. It proves that there definitely is a community that loves this game and enjoys playing it whenever there's something worth playing in the game. It's just that, sadly, you know, a lot of us have grinded through the game and done things over and over again. A lot of these players, as you can tell, have level 13 ships, and they've probably gotten further along in the Smuggler's Pass than I've gotten. And, you know, they have their factories, they got sovereigns, they got pieces of 8, they got the cosmetics they want. And so after a while, you know, it gets very, very repetitive. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard, though. I mean, I think the team at Ubisoft Singapore are doing the best they can. But I think that the game was unfortunately doomed, you know, early on, you know, because of the visions kept changing for this game. Like, I think the original concept of, you know, just Black Flag Online was what most of us wanted. You know, this aspect, right, the ships, that's cool. But also the, you know, the land stuff, you know, the swords and the guns and the, you know, exploring islands, you know, like we could do in Black Flag. Alright, so the event's complete. Alright, so they said it was going to be back-to-back. So one down, one to go. So I guess it's very strange how this event occurs. And this is, once again, you're going to have from now through the 31st of December to get all the gems, get all the cosmetics. Don't buy the cosmetics with gold. Don't do that. Just do this event. And especially if there's other ships willing to participate. And if you do it the first week, the first 2 weeks, chances are you're going to find other ships that are going to participate as well to make the battle more enjoyable and admittedly easier. Because look, there's a level 10 ship, there's a level 12 ship. You know, they're probably still trying to build up their ships and upgrade them. Again, you know, especially with all of us 13 level ships. So my advice is do it now while it's still new, while it's still fresh in the game before you know, the smell kicks in and the mold and all that. So there's supposed to be another one that pops up in a few, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to go ahead and head back to St. Anne. So let me head. Well, I can't do that. I have to actually go to. Yeah, if only, right? There's yeah. So yeah, I've got to do this. I'll go back to St. Anne, and then we'll. I guess we can go ahead and open the strong box on the way back to St. Anne, because I'm sure some of you are curious about what might be inside. As usual, it's all RNG. Luxury dice. So we got to turn these in. A den inhabitant may appreciate this gift. Okay, so we'll hand this gift over. supposedly we get something in return for it. Supposedly, we'll see. We got treasure map, and let's go ahead and open the strong box and see what we get. Anything interesting? We got 48 gems, so we got 58 total now. And some basic materials in 947 pieces of 8, 2,192 silver. Okay. It's RNG. You know, most of the time you're just going to get pretty much that. And every now and then you'll get something interesting like those cannons, those long guns. But once again, looking at the stats of the new cannons, I'm not really impressed with them. Like the Halloween cannons looked impressive, and I've enjoyed using them. They're a really good fire weapon. But I don't know about the long guns. Now, look, if you disagree with me, if you've already tried out the cannons, you're like, well, GB, I got those long guns. They're pretty good, and this is why. Then let me know in the comment section. Yoink. All right, now we're going to go back to St. Anne. Let me double check and make sure another Azure ship hasn't appeared. Nope, not yet. All right, so we'll go to St. Anne. We'll go to the den, and I guess we'll give that gift and see if we actually get something worth getting out of it in the season of giving. It makes sense. Like, is this place decorated like the Halloween event was? Doesn't appear to be. I don't know why I thought it was for a minute. So yeah, the only thing is that particular item. I guess we have to spend some of the coin here. But I don't really have. See, I don't really have much. I only got 58. But let me look at the mission real quick. So what does it require me to do? All right. So yeah, I have to trade something. So I've got to at least buy something. Well, I'll buy something on the cheap. Okay, so we'll buy something on the cheap. Get some more worn drives. Okay, so planetary gear sets. It's a good way to get these additional materials. Is just buy them here once you've purchased everything you want to purchase. Here, let's see. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a firework. See, last time there was like a Halloween firework you could also get, but there's not a firework you could purchase for the gems. So I'll just go ahead and buy. I think I need more planetary gears. So I'll just buy one planetary gear with these gems. Alright, so I completed the contract. Yay, I got 5,000 silver. Whoop-de-doo. And I got a mark too. I think that's more important to me than the silver. The weather seems unnaturally cold.
Aye. With the chill of death in the air, some lose their troubles in solstice revels, while others brave the elements in search of opportunity. I've heard of frost-touched ships roaming the seas. They carry icy curiosities that Mr. Tulin believes could hold valuable secrets. He has associates versed in handling such cursed or mystical items. Just get them to us, and you will be rewarded, Captain.
Okay, so I was wrong. There is dialogue regarding the Solstice event from Blackwood. I have a gift for you. Oh, so he's the den inhabitant that I have to give the gift to. Okay. It's not just some random person. It's him. It can't be Anita. It has to be Blackwood. Alright, so here you go. Here's your dice. So what do I get? A gift in return. Okay. So yeah, just take your gifts to Blackwood. You know, they could just say, hey, just give your gifts to Blackwood. And he'll give you a gift in return. Alright, so let's check out his gift, shall we? So gift in return, we're just going to get some pieces of 8, spring, or bits, or string, or rubber. You know, just usual materials. Alright, so let me open this, see what we get. Alright, well, I guess it's better than nothing, I suppose. And maybe there's like some RNG to this as well. Maybe there's like a secret cosmetic we can also get rewarded. Okay, I've waited a few minutes for it to pop up again, the Azure Fleet, or Azure Royale. And it didn't, so maybe it was just a fluke that someone was able to get it to pop up back to back. My theory is it's a once an hour event, similar to the Halloween event with the Reaper and the roamers. I think that event was probably a little bit more interesting because you had to go take out the roamers and build up the meter in order to spawn the Reaper in. Then you would fast travel down to the Reaper. And I had some issues with that. I mentioned it in my Halloween video. But overall, it was an okay event. But this one, unfortunately, I just don't think it's as good as that. But it's still something to do in Skull and Bones, the seasonal event. Especially if you've already grinded, the Shadow a few times and played through the campaign for Season 4 and all that stuff, and you're just looking for something to do, then you have the Solstice event with the Azure Fleet. And, I guess you could just do that. Nothing too exciting. It's a shame they don't have, like, random Azure ships. I mean, maybe they do, but that was, like, the only one I thought, honestly, that we would encounter Azure ships, but it was just one vessel. Unless I just missed it during the battle and maybe other ships were spawning in. It did say reinforcements, but I never saw any reinforcements. Or maybe there's supposed to be random Azure ships, but they're just not appearing in the game right now. I honestly don't know. But whatever the case may be, seasonal event is happening in Skull and Bones. The Solstice event from now through December 31st. So you have time to, fight the Azure Fleet or the Azure ship, the Azure Royale, and get the gems, get the cosmetics in the store. I guess through RNG you might get the long guns. I don't know if the long guns are worth acquiring, unless it is via RNG after you get a certain number of those chests and you open them. I'm sure a few of them will have the long guns for you. I think that the Halloween cannons are better than those long guns, but I hope I'm wrong about that. Overall, not really impressed with this seasonal event, but I mean that's just par for the course. So, final thoughts before I wrap up the video. Yeah, I guess happy holidays to all of you. It's better than nothing, I suppose, but unfortunately, except for the the Tidings event happening in February for 3 weeks till March. I think that's about it. But there is one more thing that's going to happen. What is the third seasonal event? I guess after the Azure Tidings or Azure Solstice event is Enter the Name. Okay, so that's going to happen next around the. I guess it's going to be like a Lunar New Year event with Lee. So they're going to bring Lee back. So that'll be something we'll do, I guess, at the beginning of the year, or when the Chinese New Year begins, around that time period, which does make sense. But yeah, I mean, this is the Azure Solstice events. It's something I'll jump in, and if it pops up, I'll go do it. But I'm not going to sit here patiently waiting for it, because there's other games I'm playing right now, and hopefully eventually I'll get through the Smuggler's Pass within the time period. I think I will. It's not that hard. But sadly, I just feel like this game is probably not going to get future seasons. I know that the team would like nothing more than to have future seasons, because I'm sure there's those that work at Ubisoft Singapore that are passionate about this game. There's also those that like their paychecks, and I don't blame them for that either. But I just don't know what they can do to bring more people to the game besides make it free to play. And the PvP mode still hasn't been added. They talked about it during the Deck podcast or live stream on Twitch a few weeks ago. So I don't know if we're ever going to get the PvP mode for Skull and Bones. So they're just still working on it, and once they've got it to where they really, really think that it's going to be enjoyable for the players, then they'll roll it out. And then maybe that'll bring more players into the game. Similar to, I'm not saying it's ever going to end up like Fortnite. No, that's never happening. But if you go by history, the original Fortnite was just save the world. But then once they introduced the Battle Royale, that's when the game really popped off. And the rest is history. So maybe they're hoping that the PvP mode might not have the exact same degree of success, but it might be enough to bring more people to the game that just want to PvP other ships. players, fleet to fleet combat. And if it's good enough, it might succeed. But I think that the other factor is moving this game to free to play, which means, of course, they're going to rely on selling more things cosmetically in the store. That makes sense. I mean, they're already doing that. They've been doing that for a quick minute. I just hope they add more realistic looking outfits and costumes. I know some people like that stuff. It's fine. It's a video game. But I guess as a pirate, I kind of enjoy the more like realistic base cosmetics. But I mean, I'm 50-50 on that particular thing. So I think the future of Skull and Bones, if it has a future, I would like for it to have a future, is probably going to be free to play, cosmetic based. And I just don't think that anybody else is going to buy the game, no matter how low you discount the price. So the best thing to do is free to play it, or maybe make it free for a month, or make a deal with Sony, like I said earlier. But overall, the Azure Solstice event ongoing now through December 31st, New Year's Eve. Check in one more time, and here's the final issue I have. Is I think that this should pop up a lot more. Unfortunately, it's not. So it's like you have to wait like an hour. So I guess jump into the game, work on the Smuggler's Pass, work on other things, the weekly challenges, and then when it does pop up, then just go over there to the event, and then I guess don't really sit here waiting for the event, because then you're just going to be sitting here bored out of your mind. So yeah, that's how I feel about this Solstice event going on in Skull and Bones. Your thoughts, views, and opinions regarding the current state of Skull and Bones, as well as the Azure Solstice event, welcome, as always, below in the comments section.